Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your February 2017 General Tarot Forecast. Using a slightly different deck of cards today. By a lady named Joanne Bunting. It's the thing is behind me, the boxes, so I can't show you. But it's really nice. I love this deck. It's very accurate in its assessment of stuff. So yeah, I'm not doing the inset box this month, and I probably won't going forward, to be honest, because a lot of people saying that they prefer the readings without the inset. It's just some flaming round square box that sort of intrudes on everything. Anyway, it was just really to show you guys how I do my readings. We're doing an expanded Celtic cross today, Libra, which means we're doing the normal 10 card reading with clarifiers. If we need the clarifiers, I always use clarifiers because I find it opens up a reading. But we've got 4 cards to the right, and those are really, that's information, additional information for me to know around kind of what your state of mind is, how you're doing, the energies around you. So it's a really good way just to open things up a little bit more. So what we're going to do, Libra, is a reading for February 2017. Universe Spirit showing what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Libra in the month of February 2017. Show me Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. I'm only focusing, I just want to see what's coming in for Libra. Just give me Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, please. I only want to see what's going on for Libra. Situations, people around them, what they're dealing with. I just need to see what's going on for Libra in the month of February 2017. You can access this channel through me, please, Universe. So just open up this reading. It's a general reading, it's free. It's on YouTube. For those who are Libra, born Sun, Moon and Rising signs, just show them what's going on for them. In a Celtic cross spread with clarifiers along with the expanded 4 cards. Show me. Right, so we have shuffled the cards, Libra. We're going to split the deck into 3. We're going to collect that back up and I want to start laying the cards. Obviously you get to see the cards when I hold them up. Alright. But yeah, it's just easier. Just fine. Yes, we've got the angel answers afterwards as your advice, alright? So, let's get the 4 cards to the right as well. And we'll pull clarifiers afterwards. Okay. Right, so I'm going to get area 7. Ooh, area... Area 3 and area 1. Now these areas for me are very important. You can't see them and I'll show you them together. That's one of the drawbacks about not having the inset cards, because the inset box, because you can't actually see exactly how I'm doing shit and bringing it together, but I'll try my best to show you stuff. The you now position is what I call position 7. Some people will use position 7 as the you now external strokes, external factors is the position I call this, okay? And that's kind of like your environmental factors type of thing, what's going on around you. Situation around you, how you're approaching things. Okay, usually I look at this as being the external, what you're dealing with within your life in position 7, or how you're approaching something. I feel that you guys are going through some transformation. We've got death in position 7, Libra. So death represents endings. Some of you guys it might be a literal death, but I doubt it, because you know, I feel that you are going through a period of rebirth. Okay, judging by what's coming up in the present as a result of this card here. So you can see that the death card represents that maybe for some of you guys there has been an ending around you guys. I think probably latter stages maybe of January, beginning of January, but certainly going into February we can see that there is an ending, there is a change. Death is a very easy card to explain within the tarot, but it can... Be careful with tarot, because sometimes this means you can't do something about it. You can't do anything about it. Sometimes the death card means you've got no choice. Or sometimes it means my decision is final, and that's that. You know, this is the finale card. So sometimes we can't always talk about transformation or change or rebirth or any of those things. Sometimes it's a case of, it's over. That's my decision. Final. Nothing you can do about it. Sometimes this card will show up, trust me, to mean that. Very, very intrinsic is the tool of tarot, seriously. But, you know, because it's a general reading, we're looking at some form of transformation around you guys. An ending, you've closed one door on the past and you're moving forward now. in February. It is really saying around you, you are death. You've closed the door on something, or around your situation there has been a death, there's been an ending of a situation. It's feeding through to the present position being the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles represents looking at something new, okay? So it can be that you're looking at a new opportunity. This card can show up where you're receiving news of a financial matter, but I don't think that that's the case. Not unless a situation has been settled here with the Death card and you're receiving money as a result of that, because we can look at the Death card as being settlement. A situation has been settled and you're receiving money as a result of that in the present, can be the case. But also this can be because you're experiencing some form of a transformation, an ending situation that is now final, closed. You're ready. You're ready to look at new opportunities, new possibilities. This is the card where some of you guys might be speculating. It's not always to do with materialism. Sometimes the pentacles, they are to do with money, but often these cards, when you get pentacles, it's you're looking at something realistic. A pentacle is my clothing. A pentacle is the table. A pentacle is the card. It's what the physical thing is. So you're looking at something physical here. For some of you guys, it might be that you're physically attracted to something new as a result of a death here in the external you now position here. So there is the potential for, this really is, when you get pages, they represent new developments, or they represent new beginnings as well. You'll be surprised how many cards represent new beginnings in the tarot. Pages represent new beginnings, aces represent new beginnings, cards like the World, not so much Wheel of Fortune. Cards like the World will represent, they're like death, ending of one cycle, beginning of another cycle. Those types of cards will represent kind of new beginnings. So you're going into something new. They're the seeds or they're the developments of a situation. Aces are seeds, pages are developments. So for some of you guys, this can be a new business opportunity, for example. This card will often show up where you're looking to set up a new business. So for some of you guys, you might have closed a business with death and you might be looking to open up a new one. Now, what's the reason for the Page of Pentacles? And it's the Ten of Wands. I feel that you have come to the end of a situation. Tens represent endings and, again, new cycles beginning. So with the Ten of Wands, we're looking here, and this is what I wanted to show you. The you now position stroke external factors is showing that you guys are experiencing February and ending of a cycle, transformation, closing off a door, completion, finality to a situation with death. It's feeding through to the present situation for you, Libra, as you guys looking and speculating at something new. New job, new opportunity, perhaps receiving money, new business perhaps looking to set up. It could be that, something has ended here and now you're left with the aftermath, small amount of money. If that's the case, if some of you guys have endured the finality of the situation, and as a result of that, you've got something left over, i.e. Page of Pentacles can also represent that you've got a small amount of money to play with and you need to kind of be intelligent in how you use your money. Could mean with the Death card, maybe something is finished in February and you've got the Page of Pentacles left over, and you have to be careful with what you've got. You've got to be responsible as a result of something ending here, maybe with death. And the root issue for being responsible might be that some of you guys have got a lot of bills, you've got a lot of responsibilities, Libra, to cope with. So you've got to be careful. As a result of the Ten of Wands, it might be you need to be careful with your finances, because the Page of Pentacles also represents to have a shortage of money, and you need to be responsible and careful. This is the card about being cautious, being intelligent with what you have. So some of you guys, Libra, you could also say that maybe you guys are going through a transformational stage. Could be around finances, because you're looking at something as a result of that very, very intelligently with the Page of Pentacles. And the root of that, the reason for that in the root position or distant past shows that you've struggled with something here, Ten of Wands. But some of you guys might have come to the end of a struggle. And now you're looking at things in a far different way. Page of Pentacles, remember, it represents being responsible with what one has. So if you've gone through a transformation here in the you now position, it might be around finances, it might be around how you've been dealing with situations. As a result of that, you might be looking at dealing with things in a far more responsible manner with that Page of Pentacles energy. So I've got a monitor here that I'm looking through at the cards. You might be looking at that Page of Pentacles in a far more responsible manner, and the reason for that is in the distant past you might have struggled, but you might have come to the end of a struggle. So some of you guys, it might be the month where you're actually clearing up, for example, a loan. You've paid down, you've finished paying your loan, you've finished paying somebody off, because we've got Pentacle here, and that can be money. So for some of you guys, it might be that you've reached a point of you've finished a, you know, maybe mortgage repayments, or you've finished paying a loan off to the bank, or that type of thing. What's coming in as a result of that Ten of Wands? Well, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups, again, another page, and this is lovely, because the Page of Cups is all about new developments in terms of a creative matter. Sometimes this can be an invitation, all right? I feel that some of you guys have reached the end of a very stressful period here, going into February 2017, Libra. To which now, as a result of that ending, it might see some of you guys, your Page of Cups is an interesting card, because sometimes this means I'm on a new creative journey. I'm open to new ideas. Some of you guys might find that you're actually feeling a lot more free, because you are in the centre as a result of the Page of Cups in the recent past, in February, looking at the potential maybe of developing something. And this is something that's realistic. It has legs. So it could be for some of you guys, you are looking at a creative path, a new venture. You seem to have reached the ending of some form of struggle here, I feel, with this Ten of Wands. And now this leaves you free to pursue something new with this Page of Cups. Or perhaps to pursue new opportunities. Page of Cups often means that you're being made an invitation. What is your challenge in February 2017? Well, it's the King of Cups. So this could be a person around you that's providing the challenge when you get the King of Cups energy. King of Cups could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Usually it's a Scorpio or a Cancerian though. Pisces is usually a Knight of Cups. But it doesn't matter for the purposes of the reading. It could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual. Okay? So it could be a water sign for some reason. We'll see why we got this card here. We're going to open up the reading in a little while. But it looks like there's somebody around you who might be posing a problem. If this is a part of your energy, especially if you are a water sign, you're perhaps, I feel, maybe, yeah, not Aries, what am I saying? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Moon or Rising. Or it could simply be Moon, potentially. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter whether this was your Moon or your Rising. You know, we can all try, you know, just because I'm a Scorpio, doesn't always mean that I'm dark and brooding. It doesn't always mean that I hold things back. It doesn't always mean, you know, that I am vengeful or nasty. I can be all sorts of things, you know. Sometimes I can be a King of Wands, confident and outgoing and, you know, very, very vocal in how I speak to others, you know. Sometimes I can be like that. Sometimes I can be a Queen of Swords. I can be cut off, dry, cold. You know, we don't always represent what our astrological sign is. This could be an energy of yours, Libra, where this says that, you know, you get the King of Cups as a challenge, and sometimes this means, you know, I am emotionally not open to something here. So it might be that some of you guys, especially, I'm seeing a lot of changes going on around here, and I feel that it's because you've been released from something here. My key card so far is the distant past stroke root issue at the moment, the Ten of Wands. I feel that you've reached the end of some stress here, because we've got a card that represents freedom here. Page of Cups, as a result of that Ten of Wands coming to the end of a stressful time, Page of Cups. I feel that you're very open. You're probably open to, you know, potential opportunities. You're probably open to a new career path, open to developing something. It could be maybe developing something psychically, for example. Okay, it could be developing a new creative thing, for example, working in fashion, going into a new job, that type. You might be open to new opportunities as a result of coming out of a very stressful time with the Ten of Wands, lots of responsibilities. Okay, you might have, as a result of this, started to mature. Page of Cups can also represent emotional maturity or developing emotional maturity. So it could be that if you guys have in the external factors, there is an ending to a situation. It's feeding through to the Page of Pentacles in the present, needing to look at things in a far more responsible way. Perhaps because the root issue is that you've come to the end of a very stressful period. It could be that you are starting to emotionally mature as a result of what you've learnt, maybe. But your challenge is the King of Cups, and I feel that you know, for some of you guys, it could be a person around you. It might be somebody that you need to go and speak to. King of Cups can be a counsellor. Or this simply can be that you need to kind of open up a little bit more emotionally. You need to be a lot more open to new possibilities. King of Cups can be somebody who holds something in. Okay, it's very difficult for this type of person to open up a lot of the time. He's very good at being very sweet, very kind, very supportive, but when it comes to his own emotions and opening up to others, he finds it very difficult to do that. What's the best case scenario for Libra in the month of February 2017? Well, the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles could be saying that within the first 2 weeks of February 2017, could be a new job coming to you guys. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles usually represents a new job. It's a chance to train. It's a chance to learn a craft or a skill. It's a chance to implement skills, your skills from what you've known before into something new. It's really a card of growth, but it's also a card of focusing and working hard towards goals. Because we do see the root issue being distant past shows that you were struggling, but you seem to have overcome some form of a struggle, or you're at the end of a struggle now. It's leaving you in the present, looking at new potential, new opportunities that are coming your way, perhaps with that Page of Pentacles. And the result of that is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is the crowning thought, says, well, I'm going to need to put a lot of focus and a lot of hard work. So it might be in the present situation with the Page of Pentacles, there are new developments. Could be in terms of a new job, or it could be in terms of, this can be when you're being offered a new job or a message about a new job or money or something like that. But I feel that you're receiving something new here with this Page of Pentacles. Okay, you're developing something new, and it's in the way of something materialistic, something to do with career. Pentacles are often material and career. All right, in which your crowning thoughts are, well, I could work really, really hard at that. I feel there's something new. You're coming out of a difficult stage and you're embracing something new here, Libra. The second 2 weeks of February show the Temperance card. So the Temperance card shows that if you're going into something new, you're going to need time to kind of relax into it and get used to it. Okay, there's going to be a lot of things for you to cope with, a lot of things to you to grapple with, a lot of things for you to learn, but you're going to need to be patient with yourself. Okay, the Temperance card represents patience, it represents adjustments, it represents getting used to certain things within your world, it represents mixing and matching, creating equilibrium and harmony. This is the card of the Alchemist. So it's the scientist. It's the scientist who uses two opposing potions, to form one potion that's okay. So basically, when you're the Temperance card, what you're trying to do is you're trying to create an equal level of fluid in each cup. So this is the card about trying to create some form of balance. So you're going to need to be patient with yourself, especially if you're looking to work hard at something. Your crowning thoughts are to work really, really hard, Eight of Pentacles. And therefore, in the second 2 weeks, you're going to need to kind of just be very patient with yourself. You're going to need to understand that Rome wasn't built in a day, that whatever it is you're doing in February, you're going to have to, you're going to have to be in it for the long haul, because it might take time until you settle into it, I feel, with this Temperance card. Influences around you or coming in are showing the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands represents that your ships are coming in, and it represents that things are starting to take form. Things are starting to shape. So when you get the Three of Wands, it's often a card that represents, it can represent longing, but it can also represent that all your hard work, you're starting to see the manifestation of hard work. So influences around you, I feel, that, and it's funny because you've got the Temperance card here, which shows within the second 2 weeks of February, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to kind of work with the elements. You're going to have to work with some adjustments you're going to need to make. You're just going to have to understand that things don't fall into place straight away, especially if it's a new role or a new business or whatever it is that you're looking to set up here, Libra. All right? And therefore, the influences around you are, things are coming in for you. Things are happening. You're attracting good things in. And that's because of the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands isn't necessarily behind this person. It's actually standing at the same places this guy holding the Three of Wands, but that doesn't matter. Some of you guys, the influences around you might be that you need to, especially if it's developing a business or something, you're going to need to expand it. So the Three of Wands often shows up about international connections. So when we are sending out a wolf cry, or we're when I say wolf cry, what I mean is we're contacting people from abroad. We're making international telephone calls. It doesn't have to just be international. Can be just far off places. You're contacting people, you're broadening your horizons. So for some of you guys, it might be with the Temperance card, you're going to try and put things into place with whatever this thing is that you're setting up. But in order to get it to grow bigger, you're going to have to expand your territory with that Three of Wands. Bring other people on board, get involved with other people, other schemes. See how you can broaden your horizons with whatever this thing is that you're going for, Libra. And what will your hopes or fears be? The Page of Swords, to start initiating new ideas. When you get the Page of Swords, it means to initiate. It can mean many things. It can mean to argue. It can mean to send a message. It can mean that you don't send a message. You mean to send a message, but you don't quite get there. It's all in the headspace. But this can also mean that you've got bright ideas and you're looking to initiate them. So you're going to be looking to initiate some new ideas. And the outcome shows. Why does that show the Four of Cups? Four of Cups can mean being selective. Okay, so it could be that perhaps in the immediate future you've got Temperance, where you're going to need to be patient, you're going to need to grapple with certain things in February 2017. I think it might be pertaining to maybe a new role or maybe developing a new business for some of you guys, in which influences around you. It could be with the Three of Wands that you're waiting for some information to come back to you. And the outcome shows the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups usually shows what is offered is not taken. Or there's a unhappy, or you're not happy, or you're disappointed with whatever comes back to you. Or whatever is offered. We're going to get some cards opening up. But I'm going to read the 4 cards here. The energies I feel around you guys in... and I don't really have to tell you what cards are. I'll just read what I feel the energies are around you and see if we can get that to match up here for some reason. Well, I can certainly see why you would be fighting with others, perhaps, in February 2017, Libra. I feel that you've got some form of conflict going on with somebody else. You're trying to maneuver, or you're trying to take a clever path towards success. Okay? But I feel that it might be that others are not agreeing with you in terms of a certain path you want to take, and it seems to be leading towards somebody gaining the upper hand, or somebody is putting some restrictions in, which is interesting. I feel for some of you guys, you might be looking to go it alone on a certain thing here in February 2017. It's almost you've got 2 choices here in February 2017. Libra, but it seems that one path will lead to restrictions and one not. I almost feel as well that this reading is saying that you need to be careful how you progress towards success in February 2017. So it's almost like it's saying that your mental agility, there's a certain mental or a certain path or maneuver that you are taking towards making some form of progress is leading to conflict with others, and somebody putting either an injunction on you, or they're putting some form of a restraint on you, so you can't move any further for some reason. And that might be why the you now position shows death and ending to a relationship, perhaps because the root issue is that you've been struggling with this. And it's leading to the present situation where you're needing to look at a new potential, a new opportunity, or speculating on how you relieve yourself of this. It could be that maybe this person here is the one that is putting the restraints in here. As a result of this Ten of Wands, it might be that there needs to be a compromise with the Page of Cups. We're going to get some clarifiers on the go and see if we can open this reading up. But I do feel that you're taking a strategy towards how you progress. Could be in a partnership or just progress going forward, but it's leading to some pretty... It's almost like there is a disagreement in how you progress in a certain area in your life, Libra. And it's leading to restrictions and you guys feeling a little bit restricted by this to me. We're going to see why we've got the Death card here. Remember with clarifiers, you can use one card to act as the reason for why the other card. So this is the card that shows up in the you now. When I pull a second card, it can either explain why we've got death, or it can be saying that both cards. With clarifiers, you can either, as I've said, look at why one card is clarifying the other, or have a look at both cards and what the similarities are between them, which should give you your answer on what those cards are. So we're going to see why you've got the Death card here, Libra. I feel that you want an ending to a challenge. Can you see that? You've got the Five of Swords. It's because of the Five of Swords you want death. So this is it. This is what the 4 cards were telling me, that you got a challenge here with somebody. You want to move forward in a certain area. You've got a plan on how you're going to progress. And I don't feel it's just you. I feel it's in a group of people or a couple of people that are around you. Libra, you've got a plan. But there's a lot of fire energy around you. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of kind of passion around this situation. I feel that you've got an idea, a strategy, especially a mental strategy on how you're going to progress a certain idea. But it just seems that there are people that are disagreeing with you, and it seems to be leading to restrictions. People are almost putting restrictions on you. So I feel that you want away from a group of people, maybe a couple of people. It could even be one person who seems to be imposing a restriction on how you advance going forward in February, Libra. And that's why you want a death to this Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is conflict. It's a card of powerlessness. It represents somebody who wants to get the upper hand on another individual. And I feel that you guys need an ending to a very challenging and conflicting and possibly quite damaging relationship with another individual. Let's have a look while we've got the Ten of Wands. It seems to be a struggle maybe with the Queen of Wands. Libra, this isn't you, this is a fire sign, male or female. If it's male or female, then it should show up really as being an Aries, possibly a Leo. Okay, Knight of Wands is usually Sagittarius. I only say Leo or Aries. We'll say Leo because it's got the lion on it. I always read the Queen of Wands as being an Aries. Okay. But some people read her, a lot of people read her as being a Leo. We'll read her as Leo because it's got the lion on her throne. You could be struggling with a Queen of Wands individual here. Now, Queen of Wands are very, very assertive. They're very confident, but they're also very, very... They can be very self-centered as individuals. Only in that they think it's their way or the highway. So a Queen of Wands is very business-minded. She's very... she likes to take control. She doesn't like competition. She doesn't like to back down from anything. She's one of those, you know, strong people who will not back down from a fight when you get a Queen of Wands. She's all fire. She likes to be in control of everything. So you might be struggling with a very controlling individual, potentially with that Queen of Wands. And I feel that I'm seeing her in the 4 cards here, the struggle with this individual. If that Queen of Wands doesn't represent anyone for you, then this might be a facet of you. The Queen of Wands can represent somebody who has too much on her plate. Okay, so it might be the root issue is that you are struggling with many things. And if you want an ending because of the Five of Swords card, it might be that you feel that maybe people are taking advantage. Maybe they're not throwing their weight. And maybe the root issue is that you... showing maybe as the Queen of Wands, as a facet of yourself, might be having to deal with a lot of things. Remember, she's an entrepreneur, very, very busy. She has to spin many plates in the air. So it might be with this Ten of Wands is what you're struggling with many, many things as the Queen of Wands. We know that she's a very busy lady, but it could also be that you're struggling with another individual. It could be a fire sign individual. It doesn't have to be. It can be a manager. Usually Queen of Wands will show up if she's a project manager, or she works in recruitment, or she works in the corporate world. This lady can show up quite often. So you might be struggling with quite an overbearing individual. And maybe you want an ending to this fight, to this challenge. You want severance. Both cards, if we're looking at correlation between Death and Five of Swords, it means severance. Both cards mean severance. Which leaves you at the present, Page of Pentacles. We're going to see why we've got the Page of Pentacles. As a result of that, you might be looking at a new idea or a new development to take off. We've got the Eight of Wands. When you get the Eight of Wands, it can mean many ideas, but it can mean that things are taking off with great speed. So it might mean as a result of a challenge that you have, a problem that you have with the Queen of Wands. But it could also mean, you know, if the root issue is that you are coping with many things with this Ten of Wands as the Queen of Wands, it could mean that you're hoping that your control maybe with that Page of Pentacles of the business or of the situation is going to see many things happening around that. But I don't think it's that. I feel that you're struggling maybe with someone here, and as a result, in the present situation, you're looking at the potential of new opportunities, and it could be through your own proactivity, sending many messages, you know, doing a lot of work online, especially if you're looking at a new job, for example. You're struggling maybe with co-workers, an overbearing boss, that type of thing. You're struggling to make changes within your job. People aren't listening to you, Libra. It might be that you're, in the present, what you're doing is you're looking at the potential of new opportunities, just speculating with that Page of Pentacles, and you're being very, very proactive with many ideas that are coming to you. So you're looking at new opportunities, and with the Eight of Wands, to me, it's you're looking at many, many ideas around this. How do I get things to take off? What do I need to do? I'll send a message here, I'll send a message there, potentially. You know, the Page of Pentacles is often new developments, or a small development, or developing, this can be a start-up business that takes off with the Eight of Wands. So it might be for some of you guys, if you're working for someone else, you might be looking to go self-employed, something like that. As a result of this, we've got the Page of Cups showing up here. Why have we got the Page of Cups? You might be looking at an invitation to move, maybe, because we've got that Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles often means to change location, and the Page of Cups is an invitation. So some of you guys might be looking at an invitation to move, because it just seems to me that you are struggling. You're either struggling with a workload or you're struggling around a person. Usually when you get court cards and readings, there are often people that show up. So it might be the distant past, or, you know, leading to the present, is showing that you were struggling. Ten of Wands, a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities. You seem to be struggling with the Queen of Wands energy. And it might be as a result of that, that you are embracing the invitation, Page of Cups, of a move made with that Knight of Pentacles. Because the Knight of Pentacles often shows up when somebody is giving you something, an award, or they're giving you money, or they're not so much money, but an opportunity, for example. But I feel that this is an invitation. Could be an invitation for stability, for example, with the Knight of Pentacles, or an invitation maybe to move with the Knight of Pentacles. Don't always have to have Knight of Wands to show a move. Knight of Pentacles can be a moving card as well. Your challenge is the King of Cups. We're going to get why the King of Cups is your challenge. I feel that you are, the King of Cups is yourself. King of Cups could be a relationship. We've got the King of Cups because of the Six of Cups. So it might be your husband, for example. Husband or wife might be a water sign, and the Six of Cups might be children. So it might be, you know, a case of, well, if I move, what happens with the husband? Will the husband agree? Will the children agree? Will it, you know, will this disrupt them? So it might be that you've got a partner that's a water sign, and you've got the kids, and you're thinking about, well, what happens if I move from this situation? Okay, I'm struggling at work, but I don't know what the family's going to think about this. I don't know what the husband or the wife is going to think about this. If this isn't the case, because these are two very pleasant cards together, very, very pleasant, King of Cups and the Six of Cups, suggests to me children and husband or wife, partner and children. But it can also be, for me, when you get the King of Cups, this is emotional attachment, possibly to something, to the past. All right, or something that means a great deal to you. So, for example, some of you guys might love where you are or what you're doing at the moment. You seem to have an emotional attachment to that. All right, and maybe that's the problem. It's kind of extricating yourself from how you emotionally feel to staying with a certain situation, Libra. But the problem is you have all this external stuff that's going on, and you feel like, but I don't really like where I am, or I don't really like the people that I work with, but I love the job. I really love what I do. I love the job that I do. But the problem is I don't like the people. So for some of you guys, it might be, okay, well, I don't like the people, so maybe I could carry on doing the job if I did it for myself, maybe. And maybe that's where this Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups shows up. Page of Pentacles can also be a student. So maybe some of you guys are thinking to learn something here. Usually Page of Pentacles for me would be studying something financial. But it could be studying business, for example. You know, business ideas. Eight of Wands can be ideas. It leads to the crowning thoughts being the Eight of Pentacles. We're going to see why we've got the Eight of Pentacles here, Libra. But we've got the Hermit, and the Hermit is often a new mode of study. It's often, it doesn't just say that you're searching for something, but it also says that you're searching for some form of wisdom. So this can definitely be a student. The Eight of Pentacles is about a new mode of training. Okay, it might be you're doing some training that involves some form of studying, if that makes any sense. Eight of Pentacles can be a work training, and the Hermit can be where you're, you know, it's a study thing. So it might be training and study that you're doing at the same time. It looks like you're looking to work and train at the same time, or to work and study for something at the same time. I feel that some of you guys want out of a situation here. Okay, I feel that you are looking to escape, perhaps, in order to make progress on a new path. And that could be because you are feeling, I'm looking at the 4 cards here, that you are feeling really rather chained or restricted, possibly by a devil, controlling boss, or somebody who will not allow you to grow. I just get a sense of, in this reading, Libra, that some of you guys are feeling that you're not able to grow within a situation, and you need out. You need to be able to grow. Coming in, we're going to need temperance in the final 2 weeks of February 2017. And as I said, that's something to do with patience. And you're going to need to kind of think about what adjustments you're going to need to make. Well, you've got 2 majors showing up in the immediate future. You've got Temperance and the Tower. And it's because of the Tower that you're going to need Temperance. So there's a major shift coming in the second 2 weeks, and you're going to need to make some adjustments around that, okay? You're going to need to deal with this major shift that's coming in for some of you guys, all right? If I can't make a correlation, like work out the similar meanings between the 2 cards, then I will look for one to clarify the other, i.e. we've got the Temperance card here in the immediate future because of the Tower. And that's kind of saying to me, Libra, that you guys are going to have to make some adjustments to the Sagittarius, what am I saying? The Temperance card, and that's because of the Tower. There's a major shift coming, and you're going to need to kind of get used to it. You're going to need to adjust to it, all right? When you get the Tower, it can mean chaos. So it might be that your schedule is completely upheaved in the second 2 weeks, because maybe you've looked at some form of a change here. You've come out of a comfort zone, I feel, for some of you guys, in February 2017. All right. Let's have a look at the 3 of Wands, what the cards is around that, while we've got the 3 of Wands as an external influence around you. I feel that the influence around you, you've got this 3 of Wands, you see, and the Judgment card, which is a beautiful energy together. Because the 3 of Wands represents to look forward, and the Judgment card, rebirth. So I feel that it's almost like the universe is saying, the influence is coming in, is that you're going to be looking forward to rebirth, changes, okay? The 3 of Wands is a card that can say that you're longing. This is the thing with the Tarot. It is so... the Tarot is not all it seems, seriously. You could never read one meaning on a card. You just couldn't. It would be impossible. To me, because we've got 2 cards, the correlation between 2 cards represents rebirth and looking forward. So influences are that things are actually starting to take off for you. Changes are starting to come in. New cycles with both these cards. You're manifesting change when you get that 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands means that your goals are closer to you than you think. Okay, so you're starting to have things come in. You're starting to manifest those wanted changes with the 3 of Wands, and it's going to bring rebirth. Both cards together represent changes, rebirth, transformation when you get both cards, because they both correlation, both meanings on the cards. Look at them. Rebirth is the Judgment card, means change, and so does the 3 of Wands, because this person is looking for change to the future. So coming in, we're seeing some changes are coming in here as an influence coming in. So this isn't just the influence around you. This is not the influence around you. This is the influence coming in. I use this position either as influences around you that you're not seeing, but they're inextricably linked to you, or this is what you're experiencing here. It could also be that you're going to be waiting, Three of Wands, for rebirth, waiting for change. So it could say, yeah, you're going to, in the immediate future, need to kind of adjust to whatever this Tower is. So Temperance is telling you to adjust. And you need to adjust to changes and upheavals with the Tower. And around that, you're going to need to wait, I feel, with this Three of Wands, for complete and utter changes. So for the changes that you're making to actually come through. Because they're not going to come through all at once. It's just not possible, not within February. You've already made some form of changes here in an area, Libra, but not everything is done and dusted, I feel, in February 2017. Your hopes will be, or fears will be, the Page of Swords. Let's have a look why the Page of Swords is your hopes or fears. Because of the Eight of Cups flipped out. I feel the hope is to start initiating new things with the Page of Swords, and that's because of the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, again, is a card about changes. So your hopes will be to initiate real changes going forward. The Page of Swords can also say that you cut out. And so can the Eight of Cups. To cut out, leave behind. Severance. Some of you guys are looking to leave, hoping that you can leave something behind completely. The Page of Swords, though, is a card about the mental. It's about their mind, initiating new ideas. Striking on ideas that you've had. And I feel that it's the hope will be to strike out on ideas that you've had in order to pursue a better life with the Eight of Cups. When you get the Eight of Cups, it means that I'm walking away from a life that was less than satisfaction. I'm walking to something better. So I feel your hopes will be to walk towards something better. And let's have a look at what the outcome is, Libra, for you guys. And that's interesting because you've got two contra cards. You've got Four of Cups and you've got the Star. I'm just going to have a look at these two cards. I feel that you're ambivalent. Or what's the word? Is it ambivalent? Or you are uncertain of the positive changes that are actually coming in at the end of February. And it's because you can't quite see exactly what you've opened up. You've done something really good, if this resonates with any of you, Libra. You've done something really good. But I just get the impression, because we've got two contra cards, one card represents to be uncertain, to be doubtful, to be unsure, to contemplate, to reject, to not see what you've got in front of your face. And the Star card represents to be optimistic. It represents the washing away of difficulties, healing. But it's almost like you reject the idea that you're entering into a very positive phase with that Four of Cups and the Star to me. Because they're contra cards. They're cards that oppose each other in their general meanings. But you can work out what they mean, you know, by looking at the keywords. This is to reject, and the Star is optimism. Remember, the tarot works in kind of 14th, 13th, whatever it is, 15th, 16th century language. It's not in today's language. So you've got to kind of put it together as a sentence. And I feel it's because you have to wait for some form of rebirth to come. For some form of, you know, absolute 360-degree change to come, Libra. I feel that that's what's going on here. That something happens for you guys. But you want it all now in February. And the universe is saying, no, hold on a minute. It's coming, but you're going to have to just be patient and work with what's happening at the moment. Rome wasn't built in a day. This is what I was saying. And not everything happens in a day. You know, I don't know whether you want it for other people or you want to prove something to other people or you just need the change to come all at once because you've given something else up. So you need to make sure that, you know, you've compensated for it, whatever this thing is. But the universe is saying, you know, you've made a really great start, but you're going to have to be patient. You're really, really going to have to be patient. All right? And I'm wondering why you're rejecting this optimism or you can't see. The Four of Cups is sometimes I can't see. And the Star is optimism. I can't see that this is something good. you know, I feel that, you know, you have what the outcome cards are saying is, by the end of February, you will be unable to see that this positive change with the star will lead to great financial abundance with that Ten of Pentacles. All right? Because you're on the start of something here. I feel that you've left something and you're starting something new. But it's saying to me in February, not everything will be achieved, Libra. And you've got to be patient, because you're unable to see by the end of February that this positive or this time of healing that you have with the Star card will lead to great abundance, security and stability with that Ten of Pentacles. So you really, really need to be patient on this one, okay? You need that patience going forward in February 2017, Libra. I feel it's almost, I'll just drew some more cards at the outcome. We'll do the outcome cards in a minute. I want to go through the reading again before we go to the outcome. Okay, we're going to do this one more time just to get it down pat. Just looking through the 4 cards that I can see here, Libra. I feel that you are strategizing towards a new path in February 2017. Okay, you're escaping something. Okay, because I feel that you have an idea about how you want to progress in a certain direction. All right. But I feel that you are facing a lot of kind of conflict, difficulties. You might also be fighting against the devil, all right? Somebody who's quite controlling, all right? I feel that you are strategizing, taking a new path, a new direction, because I feel that you're fighting against the devil. You're fighting against somebody that you have no control over, and that seems to be controlling you to a great degree. And I feel there is a sense of powerlessness with some of you guys, Libra, in February 2017. The you now stroke external factors shows that there is death. So February 2017 shows that there is death to, I feel, conflict, difficult people, jealous people, people who are trying to control us. Again, we've got a controlling figure here. So there's a death to this situation here. Death is coming for these people here, whoever these people who are quite controlling. There is death coming for them. And that's because in the distant past, you seem to have struggled. 10 of Wands, I feel, with the Queen of Wands. This is a very controlling female, all right? Or male, I suppose. But as a female, it's all about her. She will not take any competitors. She doesn't like people who compete with her. And I feel that you've struggled against an individual here. It can also be with the 10 of Wands. You have struggled towards, if the Queen of Wands doesn't represent a person, a boss, for example, somebody who's your supervisor, for example, Libra, then it could be that you've struggled towards being very, very successful here, okay? Because the Queen of Wands is a very successful entrepreneur, and the 10 of Wands means I've had a lot of responsibilities, a lot of burdens to carry in order to reach a particular place. But I feel that this might be somebody that you guys have struggled against, okay? Because I can see here that there is death to this type of destructive energy with the 5 of Swords in the you now. You want change. You've had enough of something here in February. Because in the distant past, you have been struggling maybe with the Queen of Wands energy. Difficult individual. As a result of that, you may have been invited to take up a new offer. Page of Cups is invitation. Knight of Pentacles is about an offer that is provided. When you get cards where people are holding things out, they're offering something to you. Okay, so it might be that some of you guys have been offered something, offered an opportunity for growth in terms of finances with that Knight of Pentacles. Knights of Pentacles is usually where you are, the opportunity is long term, so it's like a step-by-step thing. It's not something that suggests an overnight success. It suggests to you that the Knight of Pentacles is saying, here's an opportunity, okay, take this one pentacle and make it grow, sort of thing. So you're looking at it, you're thinking, okay, yeah, fair enough. Your obstacle seems to be a King of Cups and a Six of Cups. It might be a very supportive partner, but then again, it could be a help, because this is a supportive partner. So some of you guys might be, your help this month in February might be that you've got a very supportive partner and children who love you. All right, so you're kind of settled in terms of your home life with this partner, and the children. So it might be a help. If it's an obstacle, it might be you don't know how to tell them that you don't really want to stay in a certain place because of the people or somebody that you're working around. You're not sure whether they'll understand. So therefore, in the present situation, I feel that you are looking for a new opportunity with that Page of Pentacles. This could be a new business that you're developing, often shows startup business to really take off with the Eight of Wands. I feel there's a lot of excitement for some of you guys, but the best case scenario is that you work hard perhaps with the Eight of Pentacles on this new situation that's coming in. I feel it might be something to do with work, business, that type of thing, but also at the Hermit to me tells me that you're going to need to do some study as well around that with the Hermit card. In the immediate future, or the second 2 weeks of February 2017, Libra, I feel that you're going to need to be patient around this shift. So you're going to need to get used to this huge adjustment or huge shift that's occurred in your life, because the Temperance card means to adjust, mix and match, try and create some form of balance within your life, okay? And it's around that Tower. The Tower, there are two contra cards. One represents peace, harmony, feeling at one, trying to gently balance out the elements. The other one is the major shift. It's huge, it's chaos. So it's almost like you need to create peace within the chaos. So you need to know how to deal with things. You need to be patient with yourself, you need to temper yourself, and you just need to kind of take things at a pace. Don't rush too much, don't get upset with yourself, just go with the flow. Influences coming in will be, I can't get my words out today, that you're going to need to patiently wait, Three of Wands, for judgment. So you're going to need to wait for the whole thing to come together. I feel that you guys have walked out, you've left something, okay, and you're entering a new position or a new state in February 2017. You're going to need to be patient and just wait for that time of growth to come, either within a new business, a new job. I don't think that this is a love reading as such. You got your love readings coming up anyway. But I feel you're really going to need to be patient with yourself here. And it's saying it for me with the influences coming in. Three of Wands can be, I'm waiting for my ships to come in, and Judgment is rebirth. So it's waiting for rebirth. It's waiting for, you know, finally to be able to emerge. Because it might be with the Judgment card that some of you guys may not. It might be a second time job you've got, a second job. Because the Judgment card, if you're waiting for judgment, it might mean that you're still stuck with something that you don't want to be stuck with. You're still struggling with a particular job or a place that you're at, with people you don't get on with, a boss that you don't get on with. So you're trying something else out. Maybe you're trying to develop a business. You're doing that on the side while you're working in this job. All right? Because your hopes will be, possibly with that Page of Swords, to initiate change, Eight of Cups, or to initiate a new journey, so you can finally have severance with where you are right now and maybe go even full-time. So some of you guys might be doing something part-time here, okay? And what you're looking for is your hope will be, finally I can just make that break and completely pursue my dreams. So it might be your hopes with the Page of Swords to completely make that break and pursue your dreams with the Eight of Cups. And the outcome, I feel, Libra is saying that you will not be able to see the potential of this dream, the potential that this dream can lead to positive growth and abundance, because it seems that you are still trapped, or you are restricted from certain resources here with the Magician. The Magician means that you are able to create something, but you can't see that, or it could be that you can't see it by the end of February, that this positive change, the Star, will lead to growth and prosperity with the Ten of Pentacles. Because you can't see, Eight of Swords, that you're the Magician, you're the one that's in control. I feel for the month you need to be positive, Libra. It looks to me like something you're doing, you know, you've created a new gateway, a new path towards success, amidst doing something else at the same time. So some of you guys might be in a job you don't like or something like that. You're going to have to stick in it and you're doing something on the side, something part-time until, you know, that thing really takes off and you look like you want it now. But it's not going to happen now. You've just got to go with the flow, carry on doing what you're doing. And then when you get to the stage that you can actually move forward, you will do. But I feel that you've just got to really be patient. And even in February, by the end of February, even if you don't see that things are like snap, snap, snap right now, getting all the money now, even if you can't see that, Libra, it will come. You're just going to need patience. Let's have a look quickly at an angel card, what the advice is from the angels. Because we're really 54 minutes in. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Libra in the month of February 2017? What's the advice you have for Libra? Show me. Oh, why did that come up? Romance. That's interesting. Very, very different. Didn't come across as a romantic reading to me, but we'll see. Romance. A very important relationship is about to enter or has recently entered your life. This is the romance you've been waiting for. Like all partnerships, there may be ups and downs, but don't let that deter you or shake your confidence. Have faith that love is coming into your life to stay. If your question was about a current relationship, you can expect the parties to become closer to one another. Past disagreements will fade away and trust will grow. All relationships have peaks and valleys. This card indicates an upward movement to a new level of dedication and intimacy. This can include engagement, marriage, or a form of recommitment to one another. Well, I don't know what that's got to do with it. For some reason, romance came in. Maybe this is on a lot of your minds or something. Wait for the romance reading. Something to do with romance. But I also feel maybe it's to do with building new partnerships with others, new unions, new commitments. And you're going to need to see it through. Because some of you guys might feel like giving up because you're not getting what you want. You're not getting the money, or you're not getting, the resources at the end of the month to say, right, that job can piss off, now I can move on. It's telling you to be patient, I feel, in the month of February, okay? Because your ships are coming in. You're just going to need to be patient, take your time, and really just roll with the elements. That is your reading, Libra, for the month of February 2017. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on this reading, and you've got your love reading for February coming up very soon. Speak to you soon. Take care.